Welcome to another adrenaline surging, G-force inducing instalment of Backyard Farmer. It's the end of September in far north Queensland, so first month of spring is sprung and starting to heat up. So before it gets too hot, I've done some bigger jobs. Trimmed this tamarind tree here, and then I processed all the waste into mulch and spread it around my pineapple plants. Very slow growing, these little fellas, but well worth it when you get your own pineapples. Absolutely beautiful. Just come to the dying breaths of a banana bunch I've been picking for a couple of months. As you can see, this one here's been chewed by a rodent. It's alright, I still use it. I just cut off there and make sure there's no bite marks in the piece I'm going to keep, put in the freezer and then use it in a muffin or anything like that, so if there's any residual germs it's cooked out. These other ones, nothing wrong with that, that's just a bit of rain damage where it's split. I'll cut those off and let them ripen, and beautiful. So the next thing I've done this afternoon is harvest a whole bunch of my cocoa. That's what I make my chocolate out of. Starting to ripen up. Beautiful. And then I'll dry them out later on, cut them up and dry them out, and then I'll have the cocoa beans from inside. And so there's the green cocoa right there. It'll be ready in a week or so. Give it a bit of a shake. You can't really see them now, but there they are. My little friends, green ants. If I had $1 for every time I was bitten by one of them, I'd be a millionaire. Whilst I was harvesting these, I actually got bitten on the eye by one of them. That was quite a experience. Next thing, I've got a few potted plants here. So got the rosemary, she's doing really well. Bit of purple basil and some green basil. Strawberries starting to flower. I'm experimenting with grapes to see how they go in the far north. It finally becomes my veggie garden. This spinach here is pretty good still because it's shaded for the most part of the day. Got a bit of corn there. And you can see this poor old tomato plant didn't really do well, so he's wilted. He's either copped some nematodes or there's something in the soil that's upsetting. Despite the fact that I've got a marigold plant right beside him, they're good for nematodes, but you don't always win in the garden. And again, there's some nice marigolds right next to the tomato plant. Good for nematodes, and then when they've stopped flowering and starting to die off, I'll just chop them up and dig them back into the garden. Tomatoes, corn, good big tomatoes. And here's what I harvested before of my bean plants. Here's some silver beet. It's starting to look a bit sad, but I've got a plan for that. I'm going to chop it up and throw it in with my tomatoes because I'm getting heaps and heaps of tomatoes that I can't keep up with at the moment. I'm going to make my own tomato sauce and chop up the spinach and use it as a herb like basil or something like that through the tomato sauce. A whole bunch of peas. My pea plants. Still doing okay. There's my beautiful tomatoes. What size is that bad boy? Plenty on them still. Cucumber. More beans. Oh, what do you know? There's a cucumber right there. Pick him off. Lebanese cucumber. Little baby one coming on. Right there. There's some cocoa beans out of some pods I picked last week, and I've been fermenting them for a week, and now I'm just letting them dry in the sun. You can see here the spinach is really starting to suffer because it's getting hot. It's too hot up here in spring, summer to grow that stuff, so it's coming to its end of its life, but it's serving very well. And right here, drop a fork in. We've got some potatoes. Awesome. Just had some rotten potatoes from the shop that I'd been given, and I threw them in the garden. There we go, got my own potatoes. Well, hope you like this episode of Backyard Farmer and give you an idea of what's still growing, and yeah, ways to use veggies even when they're not in their best. Throw them into sauces and stuff like that. Alright, until next time, have a good day. Have a good one. See you.